Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my THOSE eyeshadows. Fair warning, I have already filmed this. I filmed it yesterday and there was something wrong with the footage. I couldn't use it, so I'm refilming. So that means I have already rolled in some new eyeshadows and I'm not going to be able to do the live reaction with you today. So I'm afraid that's happened. I don't want to redo it because I kind of like the shades that I've ended up with. So we're just going to go through my update for the last month. And then I will tell you what was rolled in yesterday and what I'm going to be working on next. I obviously have some shades that I have rolled out. I do have one pan. So yeah, quite an exciting update. I am slightly sort of, you know, manipulating the system somewhat and cheating. And I have rolled out two shades that I have not hit my goal on and not hit pan on, but I'm just not using them and I'm not going to be using them for the next few months. I just don't want to waste my time on shades that are not bringing me joy right now. So that's kind of where I'm at. Let me start with those two because they've also been in the project quite a while and I just haven't really done anything with them. So the first one is from my Berries palette from Beauty Babe. I've got this shade right here called Macaron that I rolled in a few months ago. I did not even use this last month. I've used it a total of 6 times in the project. Obviously, I want to get to 20 uses and then roll out, but it's been in the project since July and I've only used it 6 times. I do not want to keep it in. I'm just not really into these tones at the moment and I know it's going to sit here for another month or two and I won't reach my goal. So this one I'm going to be rolling out. I'm also going to be rolling out one shade from my Alva 2 Mini Ocean palette from Odin's Eye. I've been working on the shade Aqua. This one I've had since June and it's this blue right here, and it's a nice blue, don't get me wrong. There's nothing really wrong with it, but I haven't been into these blue looks recently. Very recently, if I have been wearing makeup, it's been very warm tone looks like I have on today, and that's kind of just been what I'm vibing with. So I just don't think I'm going to be using this for the next month or two. I did use it one time this last month since my last update. I've only used this 4 times since June, so this one definitely needs to go. I'm not getting anywhere with it and it's just not bringing me joy. This one, however, is in my Zodiac panner, so hopefully I will eventually have a pan in this palette regardless. So I have quite a nice dip in this one. I haven't filmed that update yet. I didn't do an update for it in October, but hopefully for November I can get my update sorted and hopefully in the next week I can at least do 1 or 2 blue looks and then be done with it and hit a pan in there because I do want to hit pan in it. I have a better dip on that. But yeah, the Aqua shade, it's rolling out. I am sorry. And the third shade that I'm rolling out, I actually hit pan on. So this one I can actually celebrate. It is a ColourPop glitter shade that I have in my Lilac You A Lot palette. This is a different version of it. I rearranged all my shades and it's this one right here. So I have used this 2 times this month and I did use it once the previous month. So I've used it a total of 3 times and then I've hit pan. So that's great. I feel like with the ColourPop glitter shades, they are very malleable and like squishy and you just go right in. So it really doesn't take me very long to hit pan on. It's usually about 3 uses because I've hit pan on a few others. And so that's generally how many times I use it before I hit pan. So this wasn't a shock and also a reason why I kept it in the project because I was like, okay, fine. I'm totally going to keep that in because I know I'll be able to hit pan on and I like to switch things up on this project, even though I've been failing quite a bit with the THOSE eyeshadows project in general. But at least I have one pan now in here. So this one is rolling out. Okay, next up I've got 2 shades that I'm keeping in and then we'll go through all the shades that I have rolled in already. So I've got a shade from my Juvia's Place Rustic Bronze palette. And the shade that I rolled in was this one where you can see I have quite a nice little dip going on now. It's a really beautiful shimmer and it goes nicely with my warm tone looks that I'm into at the moment. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this one in. I used it 3 times this month, not a huge amount. I've used it 4 times in total in the last couple months that I've had it in the project because I'm not technically counting September because I didn't really do much in September. So yeah, 4 times in 2 months, not great. but I do think I'll be able to hit pan in this by my 20 use, I think, or before. I definitely don't think I'm gonna have to roll this out and not hit pan in it. So that is exciting, and I'm definitely keeping it in. It's quite a creamy shade. And then the last one that I have is from my Sigma Cauda Rosa palette. And this one has also been in the project as long as the Juvia's Place one. Technically 3 months, but I'm only counting 2. And I have used this one the most out of all of them. It is the shade Shakespeare right here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the dip, but there definitely is a dip forming now in the middle here. I do use it in my outer V corner, and I used quite a bit of it actually yesterday when I filmed this video yesterday, and I was doing like a Halloween-y look, and I swear, when I was editing the video, I was like, I am not putting this on the internet. I'm just not doing it. So I scrapped the video, and that's why I'm refilming it. But anyway, I used that yesterday, and it was quite a vampy look, and I just wasn't liking it. Yeah, I used it 3 times this last month. In total, I've used it 12 times. So definitely more than anything. It's just a shade that I can use more than any of the other shades at the moment. And I'm gonna try to hit pan on it before the 20 uses. It would be very unfortunate if I get to 20 uses and there's no pan in it. So I'm definitely going to try, and hopefully I can do it. But yeah, those 2 are staying in. Okay, and then yesterday I rolled 3 times on my Time Decisions app, and I pulled 3 different palettes. The first one was, which one was the first one? I think it was this one, the Natasha Denona Retro palette. Which I was pleased about. And then I decided, I already have a pan in Andy, and I didn't really want to try to hit pan in the glitter shades, even though they're very pretty. They're just, they're pretty pigmented, and I think it would take me quite a while to hit pan in them. So I decided to go with Vivian, which is another one of her cream to powder shades, and I already have a little bit of a dip forming in there. It's a very light pale pink sort of nudie shade. Very easy for me to use, and I do think I'm going to be able to hit pan in this pretty fast. So yeah, this one I've rolled in. It's a very pale light pink shade, basically the shade of the palette. And this, yeah, so I think this won't take me too long to hit pan on. You can barely see it on my skin, but that one I rolled in. And then I also rolled in the Sweet Talk palette from Colourpop. However, mine looks completely different because I rearranged it, and I decided, let me talk you through my thought process yesterday, because there's a lot of greens in here, there's mattes, and obviously there's the orange as well. Colourpop mattes are, I think there was only one in the entirety of me trying to hit pan in Colourpop. There's only one matte that actually has been easy, and I hit pan on it I think in 9 uses, and it was in the Wild Child palette because it was very soft and the formula was amazing. All the other ones are super hard pressed and pigmented, and I don't know, I just feel like it takes forever to hit pan on a Colourpop matte, and also shimmer. But this one specifically has quite a lot of mattes, and I just did not want to pull one of these greens or oranges to try to hit pan on. I just don't think I will get anywhere with that. And then we're left with some of these shimmers, and again, I don't really want to pull an orange because the Juvia's Place leans very orangey. It's a very like a bronzy orange. So I didn't want to go through for those 2. And then we've got these 3 here where you've got the 2 greens. I've already got a pan in this one. These are from my, this is from my Just My Luck, and these are from my Mint to Be palette. And then we've got a Super Shock here, which I feel like these Super Shocks are hard to hit pan on, correct me if I'm wrong, but because they're obviously just, I just don't think I'm going to hit pan in it easily or fast. And I wanted to do something that I was going to hit pan in fast. And there is a glitter shade in here. This is from the Orange You Glad. It's the, I think, Clementine. I'm not entirely sure actually, but it is from the Orange You Glad, and it's the glitter. And I'm rolling out of glitter. I figured let's just roll in another one. Let's hit pan in another one. Now, is that technically kind of cheating? Maybe somewhat, yes, but I still have them in my collection. They still count as pans, and I still use them. So I'm going to roll this one in as my second shade that I'm rolling in. It's a pretty glitter. Obviously it's orangey, and I think it's gonna go with everything that I'm currently doing in terms of looks wise, and it's got sort of that yellow glow as well to it. So I think it's quite versatile. And then the third palette that I rolled was actually a Makeup Revolution palette. This is the Hydra Turtle palette. This is pretty cool tone. So this is sort of the wild card of them all because everything else has been more warm tone, and this is definitely not. However, there are a few shades in here that are pretty. I do think this is very weak compared to the other Makeup Revolution like tin palettes that I have. I think this is the worst one in terms of formula and just also overall my experience of it. I did do a No Pan Left Behind on this last year, and or maybe it was earlier this year, and it just, I don't know, I didn't really have a great feeling about this palette even though I used all of the shades. There is one shade in particular that I really like, and it is this one right here, which is called Pearl, and it's definitely the more like vibrant shimmer in the palette. It has a different formula than some of the other shimmers. So this is what I'm going to be pulling. It's definitely more impactful than anything else. It's beautiful. It's got a shine of yellow to it, or like a sheen of yellow, and this I thought would go really well with the glitter. You can't even see the Natasha Denona shade, but those are the three that I'm rolling in. Let me just show you what my overall color story looks like, because I think it actually looks pretty good. Right, that's what it's looking like. Not the best swatches, but you've got the Juvia's Place, you've got the Sigma Cauda Rosa one here, you've got that Makeup Revolution, which I think is super pretty, you've got the glitter, and then the Natasha Denona, which just blends into nothing. And I think I'm gonna have a really good time with all of these because I could even do one look with all of them. I think it's quite a cohesive color story, and I'm excited because it's more of that warm tone. Even though, you know, I pulled this cool tone palette, I was able to like grab this shade, which definitely can go into a more warmer tone. And you know, I do like shiny yellow shimmers with the orange. I think it looks pretty. So I'm actually really excited about this. This is why I did not want to reshuffle and refilm me rolling in random shades, because I was really happy with what was rolled in yesterday and I did not want to jinx it. So that is my new color story. That is my update for my Pan Those eyeshadows. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you'd like to. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is amazing. I didn't expect it for this year, but I have been steadily getting, you know, closer over the summer, and yeah, very nice to see. Thank you everyone who is subscribing and everyone who has been subscribed for a while. Thank you for your continued support. It means a lot, especially during the recent times where I have been missing in action and not posting as much. I really appreciate all your support, so thank you so much. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.